Red Primordial Rimuru by H_ZZZedimal3, the weirdo. Rouge. Hey Seal, how long have I been walking around? Seal. It has been 102 years since you have reincarnated as the individual, Red Primordial Rouge. Rouge. Oh right. Speaking of Rouge, explain exactly why am I reincarnated as this arrogant and prideful douche? Seal. Master has not selected any preferences for the reincarnation procedure, therefore it has been automatically decided to provide an entertaining and interesting opportunity for Master to participate in. Rouge. Doesn't that just mean you chose who I should be? Seal. Rouge. I knew it. Rouge. Well, at least it's better than being a girl and having to completely change my gender identity. Seal. Smirks Rouge. No Seal. No. Seal. Not to worry Master, I won't reinitiate the reincarnation procedure for now. Rouge. Did you say for now? Seal. It's just your imagination. Rouge. Right. Rouge. I've fought almost all the Primordials and beat them all to a pulp, though I had to kill a few since they questioned my pride, which I cannot let it slide. Of course, the Primordials could be revived and he did not make them into his subordinates. Rouge. Noir's all that's left. Rouge has been wandering around the demon realm, searching for Noir to satiate his pride as the strongest primordial, and the strongest demon in hell. Once again, Rouge found Noir, who was standing still and staring off into the distance. Rouge. Hey Noir, why do you keep running? Are you scared of me? Noir turns to Rouge and replies. Noir. Cuckoo. Goodness. No, I simply wanted to observe your every fight with the Primordials, as I might miss one if I were to be killed. Rouge. My god, you're weird. Noir has always been the oddball. Even in Tempest everyone considered him weird, as he was the biggest fanatic for Rimuruism and even his fellow Primordials thought the same. Rouge has always spotted Noir in the distance poking around his fights with the other Primordials, fashioning a gleaming smile that made Rouge shiver despite having experienced it before to a heavy extent. Noir. Cuckoo. Rouge. What is it now, Noir? It seems my time has come to finally fight you. I will not hold back. Rouge. And neither am I, at last, you're acting like a normal demon. Noir. Cuckoo. Rouge. Veldanaba, when I reach you, I will interrogate the hell out of you. Noir reveals his scissor hands as Rouge grabs his sword from his imaginary space and enters a fighting stance. Rouge. Seal, what are my chances against Noir? Seal. Master can beat Noir without using his sword. Rouge. Okay, just making sure. Also, is it fine if I beat him? Seal. There won't be any significant changes to the timeline if you win against Noir. Rouge. Great. I wanted to beat him up at least once. Technically back in Tempest I could just ask the guy and he'd allow himself to be beaten. Noir and Rouge fought for 30 minutes now. The surrounding, weaker demons that got caught in between were obliterated by the two's attacks. Noir lunges towards me with his scissor hands. I swiftly dash to the side and swing my sword to his neck, which he quickly evaded by dashing backwards. I go on the offensive and launch a series of fire magic at Noir, and as he's distracted I quickly warp behind him and take a couple of swings. He tries to block with his left hand but I cut it off. Noir. Kufufufu. You are quite powerful indeed, especially for a primordial. Rouge. Yes. Well, we're both holding back, aren't we? Even after saying that you'd be going all out. What a shame. Noir's grin widens as his attacks grew more aggressive. I in turn ramped up my attacks, blocking his swipes with my sword and occasionally flinging fire magic towards him when we were far apart, which he would retaliate with dark magic. My spells were more powerful than Noir's, and so, as Noir fired Nihility Beam towards me, I blocked it with a multi-dimensional barrier. Noir. How very interesting. You have a wide range of attacks and I still don't believe you're going all out despite myself doing so. Rouge. Good to know you're trying. At least now I can prove myself as the strongest primordial. After I finish speaking, I unleash Death Streak towards Noir, who simply stands and continues grinning, saying things like, Noir. Oh, how majestic this feeling is, to be killed by such a powerful being. Rouge. Does this guy ever get a life? Good grief, I don't even feel fulfilled after killing him. The battle ends in Rouge's victory, who felt bittersweet at Noir dying too quickly. The demons who were able to witness the fight now knew for certain that the red primordial Rouge is the strongest among not just the primordials, but in extension every demon in hell. 4. Territory of the red primordial. I finished my goal of beating up all the other primordial demons, so now I've decided to get my own domain. Rouge. Hey Seal, how can I get a domain? Seal. Master can just take it. Rouge. Oh, so it's survival of the fittest and the strongest one makes the rules? Seal. Affirmative. Rouge. Well, that's not too bad, since I am the strongest here. I wander around a little trying to find the best territory in the demon realm. I found an elevated area. However, a small castle already resides at this location. I spot a couple colorless lesser demons and sense only a single demon from the red lineage. A greater demon to be precise. Rouge. How pathetic of this demon. I bet he thinks he's unstoppable. After all, he is from my lineage. I walk into the castle, beating up and killing the colorless demons along the way. Greater demon. Ho, so you came to me, Rouge. Perhaps to bow and swear your loyalty to me? Rouge. Even I'm not so idiotically prideful as you. I didn't blow the castle to bits because it'll be mine. Greater demon. Insolence. I'll show you that primordials aren't the only ones that can put up a good fight. Rouge. I'm getting real annoyed from this idiot. I might change my mind and blow up this whole area because of him. But, I have to hold back. Seal. Yes, Master deserves the best territory. Rouge. Smirks. I suppose I'll have to educate this idiot. I go towards the greater demon who pompously stands in front of his throne. I use flare circle, and he is incinerated on the spot, leaving a pile of ashes. Rouge. TCH, I don't like leaving ashes behind, but whatever. I kick away the ashes and go to sit on the throne. Rouge. It doesn't feel very comfy. Seal. Would Master like me to redesign his territory? Rouge. Yes. Great idea, Seal, thanks. Seal. Happy face. Rouge. You seem awfully happy. Seal. Of course. Only the best for Master, and I make the best. I, or rather Seal, created a massive fortress with a castle at the center. My territory is exceedingly spacious, and I thought it best to gather subordinates to guard my fortress. Rouge. The demons should be happy to accept becoming my subordinates, right? I've got amenities similar to Tempest here. Seal. Master has been most generous that he does not immediately kill them first. Rouge. Yeah, right. I suppose I could just make them accept, since they are demons who only obey the strong. I went out and called for some demons from my lineage. Not much competent demons came, so I had to rummage through the demon realm. Pretty much every demon, except for a few prideful idiots, knows of Rouge's supremacy against every other primordial. This meant that he was more powerful than every demon in hell. Therefore they were at his beck and call whenever Rouge needed, as the alternative was suffering an absolute death. So, Rouge eventually got some competent demons of his lineage to supervise his fortress. Although some were reluctant due to their pride, he only needed to torture a couple of them before they immediately obeyed. Well, that took a while. Not that I mind, since it is kinda boring around here. I recruited a few competent demons from my lineage to guard my fortress. Naturally, once I showed them some interesting food and drinks from Earth and the nice rooms where they will be staying, they switched their mindset a little. Rouge. Obviously I'll make good working conditions for my subordinates, replicating Tempest to a certain degree. I told them to feel free to use the amenities in the fortress with some moderation. I also went and named the demons working under me. After I completed the tour of the fortress, I went back in the throne room and sat on an improved and much comfier throne. It was slightly wider than the previous, exuded a majestic feeling, and donned a royal appearance, sporting mainly red and black colors with a bit of blue on the side. I was accompanied by two of my strongest subordinates on both sides of my throne. Rouge. Hey Seal, what do you think I should do now? It's still a while until Rouge got summoned for the first time. Seal. Understood. In the original timeline, Guy Crimson had additional aides such as the blue and green primordials and Velzard. Master could attempt recruiting blue and Vert. Rouge. Oh yeah, now I remember. I think they fought Guy and lost, thus becoming his subordinates. I should do the same. Thanks, Seal. Seal. Anything for Master. I am not waiting for Blue and Vert to take the initiative. I'm heading to them right now. Rouge. Do not follow me. Continue guarding the fortress. I immediately exit the throne room, surprising some of my subordinates. I fly out of my territory and go towards Blue and Vert's location.